I'm Aqua Alex, and you're watching Aqua Alex Live. Let's learn about tropical fish today. Hello, tropical fish keepers. Welcome to December 2021's Fish Keepers Q&A here live on Aqua Alex Live. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinale. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I am ready to answer all of your tropical fish keeping questions. I hope you're having a great week so far, and I hope you're ready for Christmas because Christmas is coming up next week. So today's Fish Keepers Q&A is the final Q&A of 2021. But more importantly, it is dedicated to Christmas. So this is going to be a tropical fish, Christmas-themed Fish Keepers Q&A, where I will have some Christmas topics in store for you guys today. So I'm having one heck of a week as a fish keeper. Yesterday, I traded in some fish at my local fish store, and I got a decent amount of credit. I ended up trading in my 2 silver arowanas, the Oscars that I rescued, and the Jack Dempsey, and I got $190 in store credit. And I got a breeding pair, male-female pair of green Severums, and I got a baby Temensis Peacock bass, which I'm going to show off on another video. And today I ordered my Christmas presents, which are fish that I've been dreaming of having for a long time. And I'm going to tell you about those fish a little later on in today's video. Shout out to Jeffrey who's tuning in live. Hey Jeff, how are you? He says, yo, 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 what's up, buddy? How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this video. All right, so this is a Fish Keepers Q&A, which means I'll be answering all of your questions. So if you have any tropical fish questions you want me to answer, post them in the comments or in the chat, and I will answer them live on the air. You can also come on the show via video to ask me questions. So if you want to come in the studio and ask me questions, all you've got to do is click this link right here. This link is in the description on Facebook. It's also in the description on YouTube. So you would just click that link, and you can come on the studio and ask any tropical fish questions you have or answer my questions. All right, so we're going to start the show with my first segment, which is the Aqua Alex Ask You, and that's where I ask you, the tropical fish keepers, some questions. So here is this month's edition of Aqua Alex Ask You, the final month of 2021. So, fish keepers, what tropical fish or aquarium supplies do you want for Christmas? Looking back at 2021, what is your proudest fish keeping moment and your saddest? And lastly, what are your fish keeping plans for 2022? Those are my 3 questions that you, the fish keepers, can answer. So just like how you can ask me a question, all you've got to do is post your answers to my questions in the comments or in the chat, or you can come up here live on the studio by clicking the link in the description on YouTube and Facebook, and you can answer my questions here live on the air. So let's get started. I'm going to start by answering my own Aqua Alex Ask You questions, and then I've got a couple of submitted questions via email that I'm going to go ahead and answer. And we also have some incredible topics today. I'm going to talk about good Christmas gifts to give aquarium hobbyists. I'm also going to talk about whether or not tropical fish are a good gift to give to an aquarium hobbyist on Christmas. And last but not least, I'll talk about whether the internet has been beneficial or detrimental to the aquarium hobby. And of course, later on in the show, we're going to take a look at tangledupandcichlids.com Stocklist as we prepare for our interview on January 3rd. But first, let's go ahead and start with me answering my questions. So the first question, what tropical fish or aquarium supplies do I want for Christmas? Well, I ordered those fish species and they'll be arriving tomorrow. And the tropical fish species that I want are freshwater wolffish that come from South America. I want a rainbow, aka red wolffish, and a gold wolffish. And one of my suppliers finally had them in stock. So I had the money from my paycheck today, and I decided to treat myself and get those amazing fish. So I'm going to show you the types of wolffish that I have coming in tomorrow. So this is a red wolffish. That's what it looks like. Very, very cool fish. And the red wolffish are less aggressive than the common wolffish or the black wolffish or the Amara wolffish. Here's another picture of a red wolffish. Very beautiful fish, as you can see. And here is the gold wolffish. The gold wolffish is very colorful as well. It's also a very beautiful fish. So as you can see, the gold wolffish is very stunning looking, a nice gold coloration to it. And another beauty of a wolffish. All right. So the tropical fish species that I want for Christmas are the wolffish, and I got them. They're coming in tomorrow. Like I said, I got the red wolffish and the gold wolffish coming in tomorrow. And they're going to be going in an aquarium with some tank mates, which should be cool. Wolffish are aggressive, but the species that I'm getting are the least aggressive compared to the Hopala species. So wolffish are a dream fish of mine, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to get them. As far as aquarium supplies, I know that I got a filter coming and some other awesome aquarium supplies that I could use. Looking back at my 2021, what is my proudest fish keeping moment and my saddest? Well, personally speaking, I think my proudest fish keeping moment this year was watching my red-tailed catfish and my tiger shovel-nose catfish grow into monsters. If you go watch some of my older videos this year, you will see my red-tailed cat and my tiger shovel-nose, and you will watch them grow. I grew them to about 14 or 15 inches until I rehomed them to a much bigger aquarium. I think it's great watching fish grow and watching them turn into monsters. So that would be one of my proudest fish keeping moments. Another proud fish keeping moment for me is when I was finally able to get a dream fish of mine, and that was the Mylosoma silver dollars, aka the hard belly pacu. I've been searching for those for many years, and I finally got some of them this year. And I have two currently, and I'm glad to have them. And then, of course, getting the wolffish, tracking down the wolffish, and finally ordering them is a proud moment for me, and I can't wait to get them tomorrow. As far as my saddest moment, it happened in July of this year when I did not know that the city of Lake Worth was tampering with the tap water to fix some of the issues, and they had a lot of lead and other harmful chemicals in the tap water. And I did a large water change, and I didn't have any prime on hand, and I used like the Tetra brand of Aquarium water conditioner, and it wasn't strong enough, and I used all that tap water and put it in there and lost almost my entire tank. And sadly, I was very sad about that. So that was my saddest moment. Oh, I almost forgot. Another proud moment of mine is watching my chocolate cichlids grow up. My chocolate cichlids are very big now, but when I first got them, they were only about 2 to 4 inches each. And now one's pushing 7 inches and the other's pushing 6 inches. And you might be able to see them behind me during the duration of today's video. All right. What are my fish keeping plans for 2022? Well, kicking off the new year, I'm going to have an interview with the owner of Tangled and Cichlids.com, Kevin. That's my fish keeping plans for my YouTube channel. January 3rd, I have that exclusive interview. Then from there, I will be getting a 180-gallon aquarium with my tax return money to upgrade all of these guys into there. So all my saprams, my chocolate cichlids, my vulture cats, literally everything in this aquarium will be going into that 180. And I'm going to turn this 75-gallon tank into an African display. I'm going to have African fish for the first time. And no, not African cichlids. I can never see myself keeping African cichlids. They're just way too aggressive. But I'm going to have polypterus spikers in here. I'm going to have some elephant nose fish, Peter's elephant nose. Those are very beautiful fish. I have never had the opportunity to keep them, so they'll be going in there. I'll have some African butterfly fish at the top of the aquarium, and maybe I'll grow out an African arowana in here. That will be a pretty cool display. And of course, I have other thoughts of setting up some more aquariums, maybe setting up one saltwater aquarium and then another community aquarium and an axolotl tank. I think an axolotl tank would be fun. And then an African frog tank as well would be fun. Those are my plans for 2022. And now it is your turn to answer those questions. Again, you can post your answers in the comments. Whether you're live or you're watching a replay of this video, just post your answers in the comments. And if you want to appear live in the video, just click the link in the description of today's video. All right, so now it's time for me to begin answering your questions. And my friend Jeff has a question that is a really good question. And it's a very thought out question, so I can't wait to answer it. So Jeff says, what is your thoughts on rehoming fish? Do you make sure people can handle them? I rehomed some saltwater fish for free on Craigslist and then seen them for sale the same day. That's terrible, Jeff. I understand how you feel. That has happened to me before, and it happened to me this year in July. I was rehoming a tiger shovelnose catfish and a marble acara catfish that I grew from 2 inches to 14 inches. And I rehomed them at a very cheap price. I think it was like $40 for the both of them. So that was like $20 a piece. And they were both wild caught from Colombia. And you know, wild caught catfish are very expensive. So I gave this guy a deal. He told me he had a 150-gallon aquarium, and they were going to go in there and live a good life in there. Well, it turns out that he actually took those catfish, brought them to my local fish store, and they ended up giving him like $220 store credit. So basically, he ripped me off and he profited, promising to ensure me that those catfish would be having a good home. So I felt that was a scumbag kind of move, and I called them out for it at the fish store. Very weird coincidence that I had to run to the fish store to pick up some aquarium supplies and fish food, and I saw the catfish in their display tank, and I saw him getting his store credit. So I think it was pretty cool that I was there to call him out on his BS. But this sort of stuff does happen in the aquarium hobby. There are people out there that will scam you, and they will be happy to do that. They will get a good deal on tropical fish, and they will turn around and sell them for much higher than what they paid for. I think it's very, very sad. So what I do now when I'm rehoming a fish, I don't allow them to come over to my house anymore, because I need to be assured that they're actually going to be going in the size aquarium that they say they're going in. So I offer to deliver the fish. Go see their aquarium, and if it's to my liking, I will give them the fish. If it's not, I will come up with some sort of excuse, and I will leave and take the fish home, or I will personally bring them to the store for store credit. That way I can ensure that I will get what I want in the end, and I won't be getting screwed over anymore. But for me, it's not about money or any of that sort of stuff. It's about the fish going to a good home. My local fish store has a big display aquarium. I think it's like 220 gallons. And my arowanas and the Oscar and Jack Dempsey are thriving in there. That's a much better home than I could have provided. So I'm happy to see them there. And the manager assured me that he would not sell the arowanas to anyone that had a tank less than 180 gallons. So that was very, very awesome. So that was a great question, Jeff. I hope I answered it well for you. Yeah. So I hope that answered your question to your liking. It was a really great question, and I really appreciate your question. All right, so now I'm going to answer some of the questions that were sent to my email, and they came from my buddy Wiz, who is a very loyal viewer and an awesome tropical fish keeper. So let me answer some of his questions now. All right, his first question says, Happy holidays. What size does a female yellow jacket cichlid get? Would she do okay with a female jaguar cichlid? So a female yellow jacket, which I believe is I know I'm going to mispronounce the name, Lascelli, something like that. The yellow jacket cichlid, they can grow up to 10 inches in length, sometimes even bigger. But I personally would say a female yellow jacket cichlid, safest bet would be 8 to 10 inches in length. And yes, I do believe it would do okay with a female jaguar cichlid. However, you would be better off making sure that there is a lot of decor and hiding spots in the aquarium for both the jaguar and the yellow jacket to hide out in if there's any territorial disputes or any of that stuff. I think the yellow jacket's a very beautiful cichlid, and much prettier than a female Managüense in my personal opinion. Nothing against Managüense. They're a very beautiful fish, but the females tend to be a little bit drab in my personal opinion. But the female yellow jackets are much prettier in my opinion. But if you were going to keep them both together in the same aquarium, make sure they're both around the same size. Make sure there's a lot of decor for them to hide in. It has some dither fish in the aquarium, like giant Danios, tiger barbs, things like that, bonus Aries tetras, so that the cichlids can chase those around instead of chasing each other around. All right, here is Wiz's second question. Good day. What is your favorite declarinator? Very good question. So this is going to seem like a sales plug, but I can assure you I am not trying to sell anything. Rest assured, I am no businessman, so I am not trying to sell this product. But to me, the best aquarium water declarinator on the market is Seachem Prime. This has to be the greatest aquarium water conditioner on the market because I have not lost any fish using this as my tap water conditioner. I've used Tetra back in July when the city of Lake Worth was messing around with our tap water, and I lost my entire aquarium just about, except for some of my catfish and my chocolate cichlids. But with this, I never lose anything. And practically, you could use any amount that you want. You can put too much in, or you could put a little bit in. There's really, uh, there's really no way to overdose or underdose with Prime. So Prime is a concentrated conditioner for saltwater and freshwater, and it removes chlorine and chloramine from tap water. And it also will help in overstocked aquariums because it will detoxify ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate. And it will also help cycle an aquarium. So this is my favorite water conditioner. Great question there, Wiz. I really appreciate that. And Wiz's final question, he says, "What's up, Legendary? Decided on the car you're going to get? What do you think about those blue Frontosias? I love their look. I haven't decided on the car that I'm going to be getting yet, but one of my goals for 2022, one of my personal goals for 2022 is to get my driver's license and get a car. And I think I either want an SUV or a pickup truck or something like that. As far as blue Frontosias, let me show my audience what a blue Frontosia looks like. Isn't this a gorgeous fish? I absolutely adore blue Frontosia. Very beautiful fish. They are one of my personal favorite of the African cichlids. And if I can in the future, I definitely will keep some blue Frontosia in the future. I think they're an absolute stunner of a African cichlid. So I can't wait to possibly in the future have some Frontosia. So thank you, Wiz, for your amazing questions. I look forward to answering your questions on each and every Fish Keepers Q&A that I do. All right. So Jeff says, thanks for the awesome answer. I know you're a straight up guy and only want what's best for the fish. You're the most honest person I've known, and I've known you for a long time. Thank you, Jeff. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate that. And I try to be as honest and open as I can. So I greatly appreciate that. All right. So besides Wiz's questions, I've got one more question that was messaged to me on Facebook, and it's from a rather good friend of mine. Me and her both have a love of dogs, and we both love beagles. I have a beagle named Brandy, and she has a beagle that is absolutely cute as well. So Bonnie says, hi, my grandson and me too are interested in getting an axolotl. How hard is it to keep a brackish water tank? And how hardy are axolotls? I wish my friend Matt was watching this video because he's like the axolotl guru. But what I do know is that axolotls are actually freshwater, so you don't have to worry about brackish water environments or mixing fresh water with salt water because axolotls do not require brackish water. They are a truly freshwater species. So with an axolotl, I personally would recommend a 29-gallon aquarium or even a 40-gallon breeder. I would recommend a substrate like sand, a nice soft substrate. And I would recommend some driftwood or places for the axolotl to hide. I would recommend a great quality filter. Don't get one of those cheap ones because they may not be able to handle the bioload of axolotls. Axolotls and aquatic frogs, they produce a lot more waste than tropical fish. So you're going to want to over filter the aquarium, and you're going to want to get a decent aquarium filter. So I personally would recommend like a Seachem tidal filter for a 40-gallon breeder. I personally recommend a Marine Land Penguin filter or even a canister filter to help keep your water crystal clear with an axolotl. So once you've got the sand, you've got the water, you've got the filter and the decor, wait a few weeks for your tank to cycle, and then you can get a couple of axolotls. And one of the things you want to add to your water when you fill the aquarium is Sea Chem Prime or some sort of aquarium water conditioner. This one is the best one, but I know that Sea Chem Prime can be a little bit expensive, so it might not be in everyone's pocket to afford Prime, but Prime does go on sale every now and then at Petco and PetSmart. So I hope that answered your question, and I hope you learned a lot about axolotls. And as always, if you have any further questions on axolotls, I'll be glad to answer them or forward them to my friend Matt, who will gladly answer them because he is a guy that loves axolotls and he has more knowledge on axolotls than I do. All righty. So those are all the questions that were emailed to me this month. So if any of our live viewers have any questions, please post them in the comments or come on the studio live and ask your questions. And you can also answer my Aqua Alex Ask You segment as well. All right. Right now it's time to get into my first topic for this month's Q&A. So my first topic is, has the internet ruined or benefited the aquarium hobby? You know, I've been thinking about this for the last couple of months, and I wanted to do a show on this, but I figured it'd be better if I threw this into my Q&A. So in my personal opinion, I think that the internet has both positive effects on the aquarium hobby and as well as negative effects on the aquarium hobby as well. The positives is that the internet allows fish keepers to do research. We are able to research about certain tropical fish we are interested in. For example, if I did not have the internet, I would have not known that rainbow wolffish and gold wolffish are less aggressive than some of the other wolffish that are available in the aquarium hobby. And I would not have known that the Paulus wolffish get very large. So having the internet is very important in the aquarium hobby because it allows aquarium hobbyists to do research. All of us aquarium hobbyists have a computer at home, but more importantly, we have a smartphone. So when we go to the local fish store and we see fish that we're interested in, and we see their name on their name tag, price tag, we can whip out our phones and research the name of that fish and learn how big they get and all the necessary things when it comes to caring for the fish. Another good thing about the internet and the aquarium hobby is social media. We are able to interact with other fish keepers from all around the world due to Facebook. There's a lot of wonderful Facebook fish groups out there. I'm a part of so many of them. There's a lot of great aquatic YouTube channels. I'm one of them. My friend Mike Terrell from Off the Deep End Aquatics is one of them. PF Fishing, Peyton from PF Fishing, is a young fish keeper who's doing a great job. So there's a lot of awesome YouTubers who are fish keepers as well. And then there are tropical fish forums like Monster Fish Keepers and fishforums.net that are still around that offer a lot of helpful insight into the aquarium hobby, which is awesome. And last but not least, online fish stores. They need to be supported as well because online fish stores provide us aquarium hobbyists with species we can't find locally. For example, if you're looking for a species of peacock bass that your fish store normally doesn't carry, then an online fish store will have that. All you've got to do is order it online and it'll ship right to your front door. And with the research aspect, you can research the name of the company and find out how good of an online fish store that business is. So when you're contemplating ordering from an online fish store, I highly recommend doing research and reading all the reviews before you go ahead and start your order, just to make sure that this is a legit company and they have a positive review, a lot of positive reviews. So those are the pros of the internet when it comes to the aquarium hobby. The cons, simply two cons of the internet, two bad things about the internet that I feel ruins the aquarium hobby. And that is the experienced fish keepers who belittle and attack beginners. These experienced fish keepers ruin the hobby for beginners by calling them out for their mistakes, belittling them, insulting them, and instead of offering helpful advice, they give insults and they make the beginner fish keeper feel like crap. Now, you can't say that you don't know what I'm talking about because I'm 100% sure that on the Facebook fish groups you're on, you have seen this at least once. I have seen it a million times, and I probably will continue to see it, where a beginner makes a mistake, and instead of getting helpful advice, he or she is getting called out, getting called names, getting called a terrible person, a fish killer, an animal killer, animal cruelty person. Those are just all making that person feel worse, and they're going to leave the aquarium hobby because they're like, oh, most fish keepers are assholes because I made a mistake and they called me out for it instead of offering helpful advice. So that is one of the bad sides of the internet when it comes to the aquarium hobby. A lot of people think that because they have experience in the aquarium hobby, that they are professionals and that they are pros, when that is simply not true. I've been in the aquarium hobby for about 16 years, and I am nowhere near a pro. I still learn new things about the aquarium hobby every day, and I enjoy learning new things. And I enjoy learning new things from fellow fish keepers who have more experience than I do. So this hobby is supposed to be fun, informal, and entertaining. But sometimes the experienced fish keepers who have an ego take it too far, and they think that they're the best thing since sliced bread in the aquarium hobby. But luckily, there are good fish forums out there and good Facebook fish groups that can kind of combat this issue that I was talking about. And last but not least, false information. False information is huge. The pet stores do it, but also on some Facebook fish groups and some fish forums, people will tell you the wrong information about a fish, like a pacu will only grow to 20 inches, or an Oscar can live in a 40-gallon breeder. Those are just some examples of false information that comes in to the aquarium hobby, sadly. So that is my opinion on how the internet ruined or benefited the aquarium hobby. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of today's video. So my friend Steve says, thank you, Steve, for tuning in. The internet has brought fish keepers from around the world together who otherwise would never meet. You're so right, Alex. And that is very true, Steve, because without the internet, I would not meet a wonderful fish keeper like yourself and a very loyal gentleman like yourself. I appreciate your support and your view of my YouTube channel. I really, really appreciate that. All right, so now we're going to go to our next segment, and we're going to go on my buddy's website. Kevin is the owner of tangledupincichlids.com, and tangledupincichlids.com specializes in South American cichlids, Central American cichlids, catfish, plecos, cherisons, barbs, and even North American fish. Very, very cool company, and I definitely recommend you guys check out his business. So I'm going to share my screen now so that we can see the stock list together. All right, here we go. Okay, it should be sharing now. All righty, so here is his website. And this is the stock list for this week. So every Sunday, his stock list changes. So he did get some new arrivals that I want to share with you. So let's look at the Central American list. The hydrant red points are a very beautiful fish. As you can see, they got a nice blue body, but they also get a nice deep red coloration that looks beautiful on a convict. Very cool fish. One of my personal favorite convicts. All right, moving on down. For everyone that likes aggressive fish, he has Purebred Midas, which are hard to find nowadays. A nice dark orange fish that's great in a large aquarium. If you're looking for a single fish for a large aquarium, the Midas is for you. A very, very gorgeous specimen. All right, let's move on down. Texas cichlids are always common, and he has a bunch of them. The macaw cichlid, very, very beautiful fish. The Cuban cichlid is one of my favorites. One of my favorite Central American cichlids. They look just like a Parachromis managuense, but they stay a little bit smaller, and they can have tank mates. Pretty cool looking fish. Looks like Sting the wrestler or the Oakland Raiders mascot, which is pretty cool. Jack Dempsey is very popular in the aquarium hobby, but they get very aggressive as they get older. Firemouth, very cool fish. Nice orange color on the mouth, and males are absolutely stunning looking. One of my favorite comfort childhood fish because I grew up raising these fish a lot for a long time. All right, let's move on down to South American cichlids. Green Terrors, classic South American cichlid, very, very beautiful. I can't stop thinking about these bumblebee Oscars. I really, really want one, but right now my tank is at near capacity, so I'm probably going to have to wait until I get my 180 early 2022 if they're still in stock. But look how beautiful the wild caught bumblebee Oscars are. And then we got peacock bass, Cyclopinema, which is gorgeous. I just got a tenuous peacock bass today, but I would like to get a Pinema at some time. Very, very beautiful cichlid. Peacock bass are gorgeous. But the next fish I want to talk about is a species that I have a lot of love for, and it's the Severum Heroes. So it's a rock keel Severum, and behind me I've got a female rock keel Severum, about 7 inches. That is absolutely stunning. And then the Temporalis chocolate cichlids are a very colorful fish. I have 2 of them that are very showy. I'm going to show you guys in tomorrow's video my new fish and some of my older fish that I have. Let's see what else is here for South American cichlids. Wild caught angels. The red shoulder angels are absolutely gorgeous for any of my angelfish lovers out there. Very, very colorful. Cichlid, I enjoy the redback angels, very pretty. All right, so for African cichlids, he's got jewel cichlids and Juliochromis. And for plecos, you've got the spotted orange seam pleco, the triple beacon pleco, which is beautiful, and the watermelon royal pleco. And then there's a whole bunch of catfish, pretty much the same as last month, except for the Synodontis decoris, which is a very beautiful Synodontis. I have one of them. Let's move down to Tetras and Barbs, tinfoil barbs. Sheephead pacu are extremely rare and pretty cool. Humpala barbs are pretty cool as well. And then we see the North American species, the black crappie, are pretty cool. And then there's a juvenile smallmouth bass, which are awesome looking as well. So all of these fish are available at tangledupincichlids.com. Go place your order and get quality fish. His fish are very, very healthy, and I have no issues with his fish at all. Um, I still have his. I still have the fish that I had from my order from a long time ago, and that was 4 flagtail Procholotus, although I have 3 now. I think the 4th one was being bullied by the other 3, and I've got my Leporhinus still, and they are much bigger than they were when I first got them. So I really, really recommend you guys check out the tangledupincichlids.com. So Jeffrey says, would be cool if you let me order you a fish mystery box. LOL. I will pay. That's up to you. If you really want to do that, I am totally game for that, but it's not necessary. But if you will do that, I'm sure that Kevin and I can make that work. I'll tell Kevin to pick some of the South American species that he thinks could work in my aquarium. That would be really, really cool. So we can see if we can make that happen. That would be very, very cool. All right. So the reason I discussed the Tangled Up in Cichlid stock list is because in a couple of weeks, it will be my biggest guest interview in a long time, and it's kicking off 2022. January 3rd, 2022, I am going to interview Kevin Cumberton, who is the new owner of Tangled Up in Cichlids. He will be my first special guest of 2022 on Aqua Alex Live. So make sure you guys tune into that. You can begin emailing me questions that you want me to ask Kevin. Start sending your questions to Alex Go Yankees Cardinale 19 at gmail.com. The interview will be live January 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and that is a Monday night. So Monday, January 3rd, the very first episode of Aqua Alex Live in 2022. All right. So anyone tuning in now, this is my Fish Keepers Q&A. I'm ready to answer any of your fish keeping questions. So go ahead and post them in the comments, or you can answer my questions as well, my Aqua Alex Ask You questions as well. And I look forward to your answers and your questions, and hopefully we'll get some more wonderful questions. So as a refresher for anyone just tuning in now, Aqua Alex Ask You, what tropical fish supplies do you want for Christmas? Looking back at 2021, what is your proudest fish keeping moment and your saddest? And what are your fish keeping plans for 2022? So very fun show so far. Jeff says I want a Goliath grouper for my aquarium. Pretty cool fish, but they get massive, so I'd be scared of getting a Goliath grouper. They get huge. All right. So now we're going to move into my next topic, and now we're going to get Christmassy. This is where our Christmas topics are going to come in. And now I'm going to talk about good Christmas presents for aquarium hobbyists. So there are a lot of things that you can give fish keepers as a present for Christmas. Now, for me, I have never received, well, actually, I can't say that. I've had personal friends give me like fish store gift cards and aquarium lights and stuff through the mail, and they were online friends. But personally speaking, I've never had personal family members or personal local friends that I hang out with in person give me any aquarium related presents. It's always been clothes, money, or things like that. But if you have an aquarium hobbyist that you know loves tropical fish and loves the aquarium hobby, here are some things that you can give them this Christmas. Tropical fish food. You can go to your PetSmart or your Petco or your fish store and buy them a good quality fish food. It could be Hikari. Hikari has awesome food. It could be like flakes or pellets, or it could be the Hikari frozen food. And Hikari has the best frozen food on the market, which is bloodworms, brine shrimp, molasses shrimp, krill, and even more. You can give them New Life Spectrum, Omega-1, Tetra. All of them are pretty good brands of food. And I'm pretty sure everyone will appreciate good quality fish food. There is an online company that is really good, and they have homemade fish food. And the name of that company is yourfishstuff.com. I was introduced to them some years ago, and I buy my food there. Homemade fish food like earthworm pellets, earthworm flakes, krill pellets, krill flakes. Check out yourfishstuff.com. You can also get them fish store gift cards. Gift cards to their local fish store are a great gift idea because then they can go buy their favorite tropical fish or they can go buy their favorite fish supplies. Aquarium water conditioner is a great Christmas idea because we always need to do water changes and we always want to dechlorinate our tap water. So aquarium water conditioner are good Christmas ideas. Aquarium magazines are a perfect Christmas gift idea. I love to read tropical fish magazines, and I am pretty sure everyone else loves aquarium magazines. I love to read the articles that are in there, and I learned so much from the aquarium magazines. So those are some good Christmas presents for aquarium hobbyists. What are your guys' thoughts on good Christmas presents for aquarium hobbyists? Let me know in the comments below what you think are some good presents for the aquarium hobbyist. All right, right now we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to promote my upcoming aquarium hobbyist prize giveaway contest, which is going on right now for my 8-year YouTube anniversary, which will be celebrating in March. Nobody has entered this contest yet, which is a shame. So fish keepers, get entering right now because time is quickly running up. You can win a $100 gift card to tangledupandcichlids.com, a $100 gift card to Aquatic Rarities, and aquarium supplies from my buddy Jeremy Stellhorn. So I'm going to let the promo do the talking, and when I come back, I will have my final topic and maybe answer some more questions and wrap up this show. So let's get to this one and only promo, and I will be right back. Aqua Alex Cardinale here, and I'm here to announce the Ultimate Aquarium Hobbyist Giveaway. On Sunday, March 6, 2022, I will proudly celebrate my 8th year as a YouTuber. And to celebrate and say thank you to all the amazing aquarium hobbyists and tropical fish keepers who have supported my YouTube channel over the last 8 years, I am doing the Ultimate Aquarium Hobbyist Giveaway. There are 3 amazing prizes. The first prize is a $100 gift certificate to Tangled Up in Cichlids. Tangled Up in Cichlids is home to many awesome South and Central American cichlids such as Oscars, Severums, Waru, Angelfish, Jack Dempseys, Viajas, and much more. They also have catfish, plecos, cherrisons, and even African cichlids. The second prize is a $100 gift certificate to Aquatic Rarities, Inc., aka Malone's Monsters. Now, Bob at Malone's Monsters and Aquatic Rarities is a true aquarium hobbyist with a love for monster fish and tropical fish in general. You will find things like lungfish, Lipterus, arowanas, four-eyed anablips, and more cool oddball fish at Aquatic Rarities. And the last prize giveaway, and the third prize, is Little Egypt Aquarium Club gift certificate donated by Little Egypt Aquarium Club founder Jeremy Stellhorn. Now, on the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you will find aquarium supplies for sale, like Fluval FX6 canister filter, hang on the back filters, aquarium heaters, and some awesome tropical fish food. You will be able to use that gift certificate to purchase some amazing aquarium supplies. So, aquarium hobbyists, to enter this giveaway, it's really simple. All you need to do is film a video of your aquarium and your tropical fish. In the video, talk about your favorite tropical fish species. Then tell me about what new fish you want to get and what aquarium supplies you can use. So, since Tangled Up in Cichlids and Aquatic Rarities only supply freshwater fish, it is beneficial for freshwater hobbyists to enter. However, saltwater hobbyists are encouraged to enter as well. And if a saltwater hobbyist wins, they will win a gift card to either Live Aquaria or Blue Zoo Aquatics, provided that the winner is a saltwater hobbyist. So all you've got to do is film a video of your aquarium and your fish, and also talk about your favorite tropical fish species, talk about what new fish you want to get, and what aquarium supplies you can use. Email your video to AlexGoYankees Cardinale 19 at gmail.com by no later than March 1st, 2022. In your email, leave your name, your contact information in case you win, and of course, your video. Each video entry will be uploaded to my channel and in my giveaway playlist. The top 3 videos with the most views and likes will be the 3 winners, and they will be announced live on March 6, 2022 during my 8-year YouTube anniversary celebration live stream. Good luck, aquarium hobbyists. This contest is open to every aquarium hobbyist, whether freshwater or saltwater, and any aquarium hobbyist in the United States of America. So enter right now. Good luck, and I can't wait to see your videos. Remember the deadline to enter, March 1st. Alrighty, so make sure you guys enter that contest. A lot of great prizes. I can't wait to see your aquariums, your tropical fish, and what you guys want in your aquariums. So this has been a fun Q&A so far. I'm going to answer a few more questions. I'll talk about my final topic, and then we will end the last Q&A of 2021. So we've got a couple of questions from my friend Jeff. Jeff says, I know an expert Frontosia breeder. If you want me to link you guys up, get you a good deal. Absolutely, I'd be down for that. Put some Frontosia in my 75-gallon for a little while when I get my new 180-gallon aquarium. And Jeff's last question is, what were your thoughts on Aquarium Box from Mike from Mass and Aaron's Aquariums. I thought it was a really good idea. I like the idea of subscribing to a subscription box where you get a box every month containing fish supplies like fish food, aquarium water conditioners, medications, etc. I think it's a really good idea. I'm not sure if they are still doing it, but their website is still active. So you guys and gals who are watching this video can try and subscribe. I'm not sure if they're still active and they're still doing it, but their website is up. It's myaquariumbox.com, and I think it's a really good idea. I will try looking into it, and if it's still active, I might as well just subscribe to it to get new fish foods and new products that I've never had before, and I could do reviews on them here on my YouTube channel. So I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's really awesome, and it was a really cool thing to get started. So I think it's legendary. That would be the perfect that would be the perfect way to say, because I'm legendary Alice Cardinale, but that idea in itself was legendary. Now, was it successful? I don't know. I don't know how many boxes they sell. I don't know if it's still popular, but all I know is the website's still up and running. So maybe it is popular, but who knows? Great question. And I think there is another competition they have. I think the website Chewy does a tropical fish box as well, and they seem to be very popular. But I think Aquarium Box is still running. So that was a great question. All right. So let's get to our final topic tonight, and that is my thoughts on purchasing live fish for Christmas gifts. Mainly, I'm going to be talking about a complete stranger going to a fish store to purchase a fish for the person that they know that loves tropical fish. I don't think this is a good idea for a number of reasons. The first reason is that person probably doesn't know what kind of fish that is, and that person doesn't know that fish's requirements. Let's say, for example, Bob, for example, has a 75-gallon freshwater angelfish tank, and the person buying for Bob is in the saltwater section of a local fish store, and he buys a clownfish. Obviously, the clownfish isn't going to live in freshwater, so that would be a bad purchase. Now, obviously, most people are going to know that freshwater has freshwater fish and saltwater has saltwater fish. But believe me, I've been to a fish store where someone was looking to buy a birthday person a fish, and he showed a video to the clerk of the aquarium, and he was looking at wrasses in the saltwater section. So the clerk got a good laugh, and I got a good laugh. The guy had to redirect him to the freshwater section. So people that know nothing about fish may make that mistake of trying to buy a saltwater fish for a freshwater aquarium, or vice versa. And that can lead to a lot of problems. It can lead to a fish dying, and it can lead to a lot of stuff. Or the person could buy a red devil to put in an angelfish aquarium, which is another bad idea. So always tell people not to purchase fish for you. If you are telling people you want a certain fish for Christmas or a birthday, tell them to give you a gift card or the money. Well, not tell them, but imply for them to give you a gift card or the money so that you can get the fish yourself. Also, if they take you to the fish store and they buy it for you, that's a great idea. Now, if you are going to the fish store and you're going to purchase fish in the winter, which is Christmas, then my advice is to make sure that the fish store is the last stop, because you don't want your fish to be sitting out in the cold for a long time. Because the longer the fish sits in the cold, the temperature is going to drop in the bag. And the longer the temperature drops, the fish could develop some diseases, and its stress system will become infected. So make sure the fish store is the last stop. And if you have to go other places, ask the fish store employees to put a lot of oxygen in the bag and make sure you have like a heat pack to keep your fish warm. I'm fortunate enough to live in Florida where I don't have to worry about that because right now it's 70 degrees outside, which is perfect for me. But I know that when I lived in Massachusetts, I always made the fish store the last stop when I was buying fish in the winter. Other than that, I think if you're looking for a rare fish, online fish store shopping is good this time of year. But I think Thursday would be the deadline for ordering tropical fish online because FedEx and UPS are going to be really busy now that we're a week away from Christmas. Actually, maybe Wednesday, maybe tomorrow would be the last day that I would order fish online as a Christmas gift. All right. So I think that's going to do it for the final Q&A of 2021. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, and I hope I answered all of your questions. I look forward to reading your questions and your answers to my Aqua Alex Ask You in the comments. So for everyone that tuned in live and participated and asked questions, I really appreciate it. For everyone that is watching the replay of this video, I appreciate your view as well. So my first Q&A of 2022 is going to take place on January 20th. So the first Fish Keepers Q&A of 2022, January 20th. Start emailing your questions right now for that Q&A. Email all your tropical fish questions to alexgoyankeescardinale19@gmail.com. And hopefully for the first Q&A of 2022, we can get some live questions from fish keepers who call into the studio. That would be pretty cool if they come on in and ask questions live. So make sure you guys tune into that, January 20th. And don't forget, January 3rd, I'm going to be interviewing Kevin from TangledUpInCichlids.com. Now, I know Christmas is next Saturday, and this has nothing to do with the aquarium hobby, but Chef Alex will be hosting a cooking and baking question and answer tomorrow night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. If you have any last-minute Christmas cooking or Christmas baking questions, I will answer them tomorrow night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. And last but not least, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, for more Aqua Alex Live episodes, see my new fish tomorrow, and much more. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, and enter the Aquarium Hobbyist giveaway. With that being said, Merry Christmas, tropical fish keepers, and thank you for tuning in. Peace out. Enjoy the aquarium hobby. Do water changes. Feed quality food. Remember, good quality food and good water quality equals a happy, healthy fish. Goodbye, everybody. This is Aqua Alex, and you've been watching Aqua Alex Live, Fish Keepers Q&A. Merry Christmas and peace out. Thank you for watching this episode of Aqua Alex Live here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I hope you, the amazing tropical fish keepers, enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, if you enjoyed this video, to see some more awesome episodes of Aqua Alex Live. Tank on, fish keepers, and I'll see you on the next Aqua Alex Live. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! Santa Claus Alex Cardinale here, inviting you to be a part of the inaugural Christmas 2021 Bash, airing live just 2 days before Christmas, Thursday, December 23rd, 2021, at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Join me, Santa Claus Alex Cardinale, for a fun Christmas 2021 bash, featuring an appearance from Chef Alex with Chef Alex's best cookie recipes. I have a very important message to give as Santa Claus, and I'll give out Christmas present ideas and so much more. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. Mark your calendars, Thursday, December 23rd, 2021, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Christmas 2021 Bash, live right here on Alex's YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. See you then, folks. Merry Christmas.